All right. Welcome to our podcast, 2158 Rise of the Brotherhood. This is episode 2. I'm your host, Big Sean.
And I'm your co-host, Grizz.
In this episode, guys, we're going to be talking about club life in BOH. So basically what we're doing is we're going to explain a little bit how it's good being part of BOH since we started the club. Excuse me. We got a few little examples we're going to bring up. It's our scholarship program that we set up for our club members. It's also our loan program that we set up a club for our club members. We help members out. Then we have another. We're going to bring in a brother that's part of the club that's got a foundation started called Truckers for Grayson. So we're going to kind of get into that a little bit and go different titles and stuff like that. I know for me, I don't know about for you, Grizz, but for me, being part of the club since I started the club, we're going on like 4 years. Excuse my French, but we're going on like 4 years now. I think in July it'll be 4 years. I started the club. It's helped me out tremendously. I don't know how it's been for you a little bit, but if we can go into the
Oh yeah,
detail a little
and
bit on that.
and that's the thing is it's helped me in more ways than one. Honestly, having the brothers there for me and just being able to get in chat, every day or every other day, and just chat it up with my brothers while I'm going down the highway is just it's absolutely amazing. Having them
Yeah,
there and having that like we said in the first podcast, that family atmosphere is what really helps.
absolutely. It's about bringing back the brotherhood, obviously, but it's also creating that family away from family, and that's what we did here. We kind of explained a little bit of that in our first episode about why the club was founded. We're going to go into club life. That's what I want to look into today. I know for me, it's helped me out in multiple ways. Like you said, having those different people to talk to, uh, going down the road, it helps passes the time. We're
Oh
always
yeah.
there for each other and different things like that. So uh, I know we do different things, i.e., the scholarship program. So we set up this program to help our members out that are in need. So that's why we look for donations from different entities out there. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So we set up these different entities to help our drivers out. There's drivers out there that a lot of our some of our members are owner operators. They might blow an engine. They might have something to do with that, and they need help.
Right.
So we try to set up these programs to help these guys out. They might need some certain bills paid, their rent, their gas bill, or whatever. So we do donations from our club members to help these guys out, to get them on to the next level, to get them through these tough times. So we have that scholarship program set up to help guys out. We've helped out numerous members to get to that next level. I know we
Right.
haven't had to help you out, which is good at the end of the
Right.
day.
Well, that's the thing is just recently we had a brother, one of the members that had actually broke down in Florida, and we were able to get him all the way back to his house.
Right. Yeah, and that's an awesome thing. I mean, when you're part of this club, man, you become family, and we're there to do what we need to do for you guys. And so I know there's a lot more detail we can go into the scholarship program, but I don't think we're going to touch on a lot of that. But it's there to help brothers out in need at the end of the day. And then
Right.
we
We
also
can always touch on that in an episode too.
so what?
I said my internet might be locking up a little bit. Sorry about that. I was gonna say
That's
we can always touch on that at another episode as well.
absolutely. Yeah. We have our loan program set up. So if brothers need extra money to get food or different things like that, they can get with the club and we'll set them up. We'll send them the food and they can help. They can pay that back to the club at a later date. But we have various ways that we help our members out in this club, and that's what our goal is, to help. And we're trying to build more programs as the time goes on. And the more we can help, the better off it's going to make the trucking industry at the end of the day. Uh, so we have we kind of touched on helping members a little bit, and we help in other ways other than money as well. We help them mental stability, financial stability, just being in the chats on a daily basis. You might be having a bad day. You can jump in the chat. I know you've had it. I've had it. We've all had it at some point. We've had a bad day. We jump in the chat, and then next thing we know, hey, our whole mindset changes for the rest of the day. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's just kind of what happens to me.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a few times I've had just an absolute terrible day, and just hop in chat and just start cutting up with the brothers, and it just changes your whole mood and makes the day go by way faster and way better.
Right. Absolutely. We definitely do. There's other things we've done. The biggest thing that I found, I don't know about for you, but the biggest thing that I found is building friendships. I mean, I've built a
Absolutely.
lot of friendships that I would have never known any of you guys ever. Out of the 55, 60 plus members we have in this club, I'd have never met one of you guys if it wasn't for this club at all. And I
Exactly, and
know we,
that's there's multiple brothers that I'd bend over backwards to help out.
right. I mean, literally, we'll give our shirt off our back sometimes to someone,
Right.
and it's happened. So, I mean, I don't know any other foundations or clubs out there that's willing to do that as far as in the trucking industry, but I know that's what we're there to do. We would do whatever. I mean, I've had people come into, I live in Las Vegas as a national president. This is where we're based out of, but I've had brothers come into town and they've slept overnight at my house. We've fed them, we've done whatever we need to do. And that's just kind of what we need, what we're trying to do, building those friendships, building that family, building that bond that you don't find anywhere else, in my opinion.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's one of those things where it makes it a lot easier out here on the road knowing that you have the other brothers that you can meet up with and spend time with, and it's the family away from family is what it is.
Right. Exactly. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, when we're able to, as a club, to help a brother get home or to help a brother with food or whatever, it makes my day at the end of the day. It really does. I enjoy it.
Absolutely, that definitely is a good feeling.
Right. And I know there's times like there's people out there that's not part of the club. We're not just about helping our club members out. We do food pass outs at various truck stops across the country during the holidays. We've had members go out. I know me personally, I went out, cooked up a bunch of turkey and made plates. Me, my wife, my kids, we've done all that stuff and went down to a local truck stop here in Las Vegas and passed out like 50 plates of food during Thanksgiving just to help drivers out. We just recently had a couple brothers go out and pass out. I don't remember if it was during Christmas or Thanksgiving again, but maybe you remember. I don't remember which one it was, but I know we've done it.
I think it was Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, and it was over in Texas or North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was North Carolina, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was North Carolina. Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty much right after the hurricanes hit through there. We had some people go through there and pass out food to the drivers because, again, the world don't move without truck drivers. Period.
Right.
It's just how it works. It don't matter if it's here in the States or if it's overseas. It don't move without truck drivers. Products got to get to these buildings somehow. Without us, it doesn't get there. So
Right.
we've done that. Again, I kind of bring up North Carolina a little bit. We've had members go out and help clean up during the disaster relief in North Carolina. We had like 5 or 6 brothers that lived in that area that went out and helped do cleanup. I think Bobcat was one of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it was Bobcat and Gear Jammer, and I'm not exactly sure who else was able to make it out there, but they actually went out and they helped, some of with the disaster relief, helping clean up the yards and clear debris and stuff like that. And that's just stuff we've been doing out there to help out with that. And we've even had, the brothers out there, they've donated card games and board games just to help pass the time for these folks that were hit and the area was devastated.
Right. And that, I don't know about you, but that like warms my heart when I hear that stuff from
Oh yeah,
a bunch of truck drivers. A lot of people out there don't have respect for truck drivers, but we're out there trying to bring that respect back to this industry. And without the
absolutely.
brothers,
Because that's part of our community.
yep. I mean, we don't like again. We don't just help out our members. We're building a member base, yes, so we can go out and do these different things that we're trying to do in our own communities because we have people from all across the United States, Texas, Washington, Vegas, North Carolina, Arkansas. I mean, Illinois, you name it, we pretty much have a member somewhere in that area to help people out. And
Yeah,
we're not just local to Las Vegas. We are all across all 48 states. And we're trying to grow, we're trying to get bigger, and that's what we're working on. And the bigger we get, the more help that we can give out to everybody, not just our members, to the community, especially the truck driving community. Because some of you guys that might watch this podcast might not realize how lonely it does get on the road. It gets lonely out there on the road when you're out there 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks at a time. We got brothers in this club that's out there for months at a time by
Right.
themselves in this truck. And I know you're usually out. How long are you normally out, Grizz, for?
Um, about a month at a time.
About a month at a time.
Yep.
So that's a long time to be stuck in a truck for about a month at a time. It
It
really is.
does, but like we were saying, having the brothers out here on the road and being able to meet up with them and get out of that truck is what really helps with your mindset.
Right. It definitely makes a difference, man. I know for me it made a difference because when I first got back into driving, I've been driving since 2000. I took a break when my kids were born, but I came back out, I want to say 2018. And just being back out on the road, it was tough at first. I mean, I know it was for me. It got real lonely out there. You can only talk so much to your wife, so you need other people to talk to. And some people don't have wives or significant others at home or whatever the case might be. But so it definitely gave me an outlet to talk to other people when it came to that aspect of it.
Absolutely.
And then another service we do kind of offer, we do have a couple club chaplains that are set up. We offer church services because we are a Christian based 501c3 conservative truckers club at the organization at the end of the day. So every Sunday we do have one of our chaplains that we get on Discord. The people that want to show up, it's not mandatory, but we have 10 to 12 brothers at least every single week that get in, and they have church services on Discord every Sunday at a specific time. I want to say it's like 12 o'clock ish around that time, but they get in there and they have church services every Sunday. So we still preach those values when it comes to that at the end of the day. And then we also have our national chaplain, which is Scar. He actually has a background in mental health services from working in the wilderness and different things like that and working in various hospitals. He's got a very extensive background. So we have drivers because, again, it gets lonely. And sometimes you need someone to talk to cope with different mechanisms or whatever the case might be. And that's where Scar comes into play at with his background and his degrees that he has in mental services to help our members out. Uh, I know I
Yeah.
haven't personally used them, but
Right. No, he definitely helps out with that stuff too. There's a few of the
right,
brothers that it's really helped them.
exactly. So I think we're going to transition into right now, Grizz, is we're going to go ahead and bring up one of our brothers that's been in the club, I want to say roughly about a year now. We're going to bring him in, get him on the chat. He's going to explain to you a little bit about the club life that he's seen from his perspective and not just from me and you. So I think we're going to go ahead and bring up Ghost, if I'm not mistaken. He's in one of our chapters called Asphalt Demons. He
Yep.
is a brother. So we're going to go ahead and add him to the stage real quick. And welcome to the podcast, Ghost. You should be able to hear us now that you're up on stage.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
10-4. We can hear
Yes,
you loud
sir.
and
All
clear,
right.
sir. So I'm gonna turn this interview kind of over to Grizz a little bit, let him do most of the talking because I know I do most of the talking, but that's just kind of how it works sometimes. Grizz, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take over, sir, and you and Ghost can kind of banter back and forth a little bit. We got a couple more guests we're gonna bring up after Ghost,
Sure. Sure.
but welcome to the podcast, Ghost. Go ahead, Grizz, it's
Thank
on
you,
you.
sir.
So, Ghost, where are you at today?
I'm actually in Tennessee, about to cross into Kentucky.
Okay. Now, what brought you to the club?
It was a little over a year ago. I got actually truck broke down. The parts were on national back order, and AOH sister Dragonfly told me about the club, and I'd been down for 7 weeks, broke down waiting on parts in Richmond, Virginia, by myself. I knew nobody there. I'm from Texas, so I got sent over to the group and found there was somebody I could actually talk to, so we could actually sit and bullshit and made just time go by.
Right.
That was
Uh,
a big plus for me.
looks like his signal might be bouncing just a little bit right now.
Yeah, we kind of figured that was going to happen. We're trying to talk to drivers driving down the road, but I mean, it is what
Right.
it is.
So, Ghost, in the year, just over a year that you've been here, explain a little bit about, what friendships you've built and what the club has really done for you.
Well, and actually was on a Discord chat and ended up having to go to the hospital by ambulance. Uh, while there, I actually, looked up and in the doorway is one of the brothers standing in the doorway. I was up in Colorado when this happened,
Oh,
so
yeah, that.
it just totally blew me away that I actually had a brother show up, which just, I mean, it showed how much of a family BOH is.
Absolutely, yeah. I do remember that now, yeah.
Yes.
I remember that. We kind of, you were in the video and you started acting kind of in the chat and you kind of acted started weird and we forced you to go to the hospital and thank God we did
Yeah,
because
Right.
who knows what would have happened. So, I mean, you were like being hard headed, which most truck drivers are. So we kind
I
of
thought
forced
I
you
was
in.
just tired.
Hey, I thought the same thing, but thank goodness I went to the doctor when I did as well to overcome some stuff that I've been through. I think it was Shadow that showed up, wasn't it, for you? I think it was
Yes,
Shadow
sir.
that
It
showed
was Shadow
up. I think he stayed there with you all day pretty much until you got
all
released.
day.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. When I tell you guys we're building a family away from family and we're all across the United States, Shadow lives in Texas. Ghost lives in Texas. Ghost happened to be in Colorado. Shadow was in Colorado. He took time out of his day and night to go to the hospital and check on Ghost, man. I mean, you can't beat that. Who's going to do that?
No,
Like,
absolutely.
not too many people are going to do that nowadays.
no,
So that was awesome. I mean, go ahead, Grizz.
no.
Um, yeah, what else did we have here? I'm sorry, I forgot. I just totally spaced on where everything was because we had a few questions we were gonna ask the brothers and whatnot, and I just totally lost it.
It happens. It is what it is. I mean, we got a couple more to go through. I mean, I think we're going to bring up our Asphalt Demons Sergeant at Arms Clutch next. I think it's going to be our next one. Uh, do you have anything else you want to add, Ghost, before we send you about your way and let you get through your day, or
No,
anything else you want to add?
I'm proud to be a part of BOH. It's just, I mean, it's literally a family camaraderie. I mean, they've showed everything they've seen to me. So
All right. Well, I do appreciate you being part of the club. It's been awesome having you. There's no doubt about that. Why can't I click on it? Oh, there it is. Uh, it's been an honor knowing you, sir. It really has. I know
Absolutely.
there's a reason why we have a different name for uh Ghost. We call him Nubby. I mean, maybe he'll show you, maybe he won't, but so he's got a couple different handles that we go by. But again, thanks for showing up. Thanks for jumping on the podcast and love and respect, brother. Glad you're
love and
here. Glad
respect.
you're safe and glad everything is happy. So we're gonna go ahead and get you off the stage here. Then we're gonna go ahead and bring up our next our sergeant at arms from Asphalt Demons as well, which is Clutch. He's been with the club. I want to say probably 2 to 3 years, going on his third year if I'm not mistaken. 2 years, 24 months. All right, we're gonna add you to the stage and we're gonna let Grizz get into it with you a little bit on that, and then we'll go from there. Welcome, Clutch.
Hello.
Hey, Clutch, how you doing, brother?
Dadgum, that
I'm
beard's
doing
done got
pretty good
huge,
right
man.
now. Doing pretty good.
Good deal. Good deal. So with BOH, how long have you been with us?
2 years, 4 months.
Okay.
Pretty
All
much
right. Good
right
deal.
at the 2 year.
Okay. Um, what what has the club done for you, and how has it helped you?
Uh, Actually, uh, the club has helped me mellow out quite a bit. Um, I s- I found the Facebook thing. Excuse me. Found a Facebook thing, and that's how I got into the club. Um, and I I'm still that driver where I'll yell at somebody that's being stupid, but I've the club has helped me dial that back in quite a bit. Um, they've actually told me to get out of the truck for a while because I've been on the road for like 8 months at that point in time, and they're like, "All right, you need to get out of the truck, go do something." Because yeah, I'm one of the guys. I'll be out here 6 8 months at a shot. It doesn't bother me. Well,
Right. And that's just
usually it doesn't bother
seriously
me.
a long time.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
we know Clutch when he first came in the club. I think he got here before Grizz did, but
Yep.
Clutch had
yep.
that what we like to call truckers Tourette's.
Oh yeah.
Thank God for the power of the mute buttons. All I can say.
Yeah, the club has helped me out a lot on that. There's every once in a while I'll run across something where I'm not sure what's going on, and I'll ask one of the guys in the club and get some pretty good advice. And I've been able to give some advice too along the way. It's a real good family helping each other out. Uh, I I've talked to a couple of the brothers that would have hung up the keys by now had it not been for the club, and I'm one of those guys that I probably would have hung up the keys had it not been for the club.
Me too. Yeah.
So
Right. Absolutely. I definitely enjoyed your time here, Clutch. We've had some good times at national meetups and the different meetups. Man, whew, I don't want to go in too much detail, but all I can say is when you come to a meetup, and everybody's welcome. It don't have to be a club member to come to a meetup. That's what they're about. But man, we've had some great times at meetups. Because I
Yeah.
will tell you, truck drivers do like to have fun sometimes because it gets real boring in that truck. Just saying.
and I'm notorious for saying I might make the meetup, and yep, I've made every meetup that's happened since I've been a member.
Absolutely. I think you got a flawless record like myself. I've been at every meetup. Of course, being a national president, but I mean, I've been to every single meetup myself, and I know Clutch is one of the ones that's always there. Clutch will tell us, "I don't know if I'm gonna make it." The next thing you know, Thursday night, Friday morning, here's Clutch pulling in with his truck, ready to roll for the weekend.
I I haven't been the first person at a meetup location yet, but I've been of the 6 meetups that I've been to, I have been the last person to leave every time.
Right. Absolutely. Definitely.
It's a blast, and that's anybody listening to this. If you get a chance to make it to one of our meetups, definitely come out. You'll learn more in one day of meeting somebody face to face than you do in 6 or 8 months talking to them on the daily, but not actually meeting them.
Right.
Absolutely. And that's what we were saying before is it's a totally different atmosphere when you meet your brothers face to face. It it strengthens that bond as brothers.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I know when Clutch first came into the club, I'll be honest, I'm like, whoo, I don't know if he gonna make it or not. But the first meetup he showed up to, I think was a national meetup, if I'm not mistaken, was the first
Yep.
meetup I met you at. Man, I gained so much respect for Clutch when he showed up to the meetup. Like you said, it's so much better meeting people face to face than it is in a video chat all day. but I gained so much respect and love for Clutch. It was unbelievable. And I think a lot of the people that was at that first national meetup felt the same way. We were like, okay, this guy's going to make it. He's going to be a solid contributor to the club. And so happy that you're part of this club. So happy that you're here.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad I'm here. Glad I found this. It's been a huge help for me, just in moral support. The being able to talk to somebody or talk to people of like mind and that are going through some of the same things that I go through. Like I said, I'm out here 6 to 8 months, so I spend more time on the road than most people do. But being able to talk to other guys that spend a month or two out on the road, or even a couple of weeks out on the road, they know what I'm going through,
Right.
and
Right.
it's a huge benefit having that.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to start this club, because I can talk to my wife every day till I'm blue in the face, and she might understand or kind of get what I'm talking about, but she can't relate to what I'm talking about because she's in a totally different field than I'm in. So um, when I founded the club, and the club I found before this one that actually gave me the idea to start my own, uh, took it to a different level, of course, but it just helped me pass the time so much. It was unbelievable and gave me other people to relate to that's in the same industry that I'm in. We all get mad at shippers. We all get mad at receivers. We all get mad at four wheelers on the road. We do, but our significant others or our friends don't understand that, because half of them's never been on the road. When you're driving 6, 7, 800 miles a day, every single day for weeks or months on end, man, it gets rough sometimes. Not even gonna lie. For me, it does anyway. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I know for me, it does.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm about ready to turn this truck in for the end of the lease, and I'll be honest, I am so glad that I'll be able to take a couple months off and just relax, not have
Yeah,
to worry about making it someplace on time or any of that. And I plan on doing some fishing, maybe ride the bike a little bit, uh, do stuff that I don't get to do out here on the road as much as I'd like to.
right.
Right. And that'll definitely help too. Like just getting out of that truck for that little bit of time, it'll totally rejuvenate you.
It does. Like,
Yeah.
I was over the road for a while, since 2018, and about 6 months ago, I decided to come home. So I've been doing a local job myself. I needed a break from being OTR. You got to take a break once in a while. You just have to. Do I miss OTR? Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. I do miss it. Don't get me wrong, but I also like being home every night. But I'm still in the trucking industry. I'm still doing what we got to do, and thank God we have other people out there that do OTR every day. Because again, that's what makes the country. That's what makes this country go around. Is OTR drivers. That's where it comes from. That's where it stems from. The old school guys, and that's what we want to bring back. Is that old school camaraderie. Um, I don't know if you got any more questions for him, Grizz. If you do, fire away. If not, we're going to bring up our next guest.
No, I think he's explained it pretty good.
Awesome. You have anything else that you want to add, Clutch? Or
No, I really don't have much to add. Glad to be a part of this, both the club and this particular podcast.
gotcha.
Well, we
Well, we
appreciate you
appreciate
jumping
you.
in there, brother.
Absolutely. Love and respect, Clutch. You guys, this is how we sign off. Everybody knows this is how we sign off our chats. It's always love and respect amongst our brothers. Thanks for joining this episode. Again, this is only our second episode, so I know there's some hiccups we got going on, but we'll figure it
Right.
out as time goes. Like, Grizz got this sunlight going right across his nose and mouth, so you can't really see him
It's
very much right
yeah. Let's see. Can I do that? Will that work?
there.
There we go.
There you go. That's a little better. Now we can actually see your face, but that's okay. We'll
Right.
work it out. Kings. Appreciate everybody watching Clutch. Again, thank you. Love and respect, brother, for joining the episode. I'm going to go and bounce you off the stage, and we're going to go ahead and bring up our next guest,
Love and
which
respect.
is Hillbilly. Hillbilly will be our next guest. There's a foundation that I know he started for his grandson. It's called Truckers for Grayson. We're going to get into that a little bit and kind of explain to you guys a little bit about that. Let's go ahead and bring Hillbilly up to the stage. He's one of from our other chapter. He is a Highway Asylum brother, and that's where he's from.
He's actually one of the newer brothers to the club.
Yeah, he absolutely is. How long you been here so far, Hillbilly?
I've been here a few months, at least maybe 4 or 5 months.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
We're like Grizz. Go ahead and talk to you.
You joined right after the East Coast meetup, right?
The
Highway
well,
Souls.
they did they did the over here in Daleville when
Yep.
when I joined.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you prospected like right before that, and you just became a bro, or you were getting ready to prospect or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
I think what it was is he actually started prospecting after, because we started the open enrollment during the meetup there.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
what is Truckers for Grayson? Basically, kind of going a little bit on that. Kind of explain that a little bit.
Well, the Truckers for Grayson is a Facebook page I got for Grayson because he's a child abuse survivor, and I started the foundation.
And of course, signal.
I got the foundation page is called the Grayson Gentry Foundation, and we are a 501c3 foundation also, and what it is, we try and raise money up to try and help survivors of child abuse out too, like our grandson, like which he's coming up on 4 years Sunday when he had his accident.
Okay.
But Truckers for
that's a really good thing you guys are
Grayson
doing.
is I got the Truckers for Grayson Facebook page up and going for other truck. I mean, it's for truck drivers to join in because my grandson Grayson was a truck. He rode the truck with me a year and a half old, up until he was 2 years old, almost 2.5 years old. That little boy's got probably, we're figuring up in between 10 to 2,000 miles under his belt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
But we, like I said, the foundation, what we raise for him or raise through the foundation, we have been trying to get it going. We've been 3 years with the foundation, running the foundation, and we're just stuck in a rut right now with everything going on, waiting on with him right now.
Right. So Hillbilly, explain a little bit like your experience in chat with the rest of the brothers, and how Grayson reacts when he sees the trucks and sees the brothers and whatnot.
Well, like I am, when I bring Grayson in chat, he gets a smile on his face. He still loves hearing the trucks. That sound. It's a trigger. It's his therapy for him, like a trigger, because he knows that sound real well. He remembers it to where, hey, I know what this is.
Right.
Which he's lucky. He can still remember. His memory's coming back, even though they said it wouldn't.
That's awesome.
So
that's super cool.
What's the Facebook page? It's Truckers for Grayson, right?
Yes, Truckers for Grayson.
Hold on. Stand by. You guys keep talking. I'm going to try to put something up here real quick.
Right.
And Greyson, correct?
Greyson, yeah.
So we're gonna have that thrown up on the screen right now. Anybody that's watching this page, if you guys feel free, go join that Facebook page because this is a great story. I know when we did our East Coast meetup, our Highway Souls meetup, we did a big convoy for Grayson as well, and that kid had a huge smile on her face. Go to our Facebook page, BOH Family, or I'm sure it's on Truckers for Grayson's Facebook page as well. You will see the videos that was taken of that kid, man. He absolutely loved it, adores the trucks, and you can find them, like I said, at BOH, or not BOH, excuse me, on Facebook, Truckers for Grayson's. Go ahead and join that Facebook page there, and that will be a phenomenal thing for them. Like Hillbilly said, man, the kid's been through a lot, and that's why we wanted to jump in and kind of help out any way we can to help out. And that's why we wanted to bring him on the podcast and kind of get the word out there as big as and bigger than what it could. We want to try to make it even bigger than what it already is.
Right.
Yes, and that the thing about Truckers for Grayson, I've started at coming up on 4 years, and the Truckers for Grayson, it is literally worldwide. It went worldwide the first 2 days I put that page up. So we got truck drivers in Wales, all over Canada, Alaska. I mean, they're everywhere. We even got some in New Zealand or Australia.
Oh,
They're
Nice.
that's awesome.
everywhere.
Absolutely.
And it's the thing, and I gotta say this, I love the brothers in the club because, and I love that you allowed us to join it because everybody knows right now my situation I'm going through, and you guys are there supporting this little boy, and that's a big honor for me,
Yeah,
and
and
his
it's
family. We're
right, and that's the thing is whenever you and Grayson jump in chat with us, all the brothers are excited to see him.
yeah, and I
Yeah,
try
they
and
are.
I try and make a point now to where, hey, I've got Grayson with me. I'm gonna jump in here. If anybody wants to see him, I'll be in a few minutes. I just had him on earlier before I took him home
Yeah.
because Friday, um, I don't know, we'll know later on, but he might be here with us for a month because he's having surgery to have metal removed out of his legs, his hips.
Okay.
From my understanding, I think I saw one of your Facebook posts. He's actually able to start talking a little more now than what he has been in the last while.
Oh yeah, he's actually, and we've actually been on Brothers Chat, and he's actually talked on. You
Nice.
got to. It's slow, but you can hear him. He's trying to.
Yeah.
Right.
That little boy is a fighter.
Gotcha.
You know,
Absolutely.
his
Well, I do
his
appreciate
mom.
you have like some closing stuff that you want to close out about club life, how the club's helped you, and then we can move on with the podcast a little bit. We'll do a little more shout out for Grayson as well.
Okay, well, I'd say the trucker. It's nice having like I've told the brothers this. Join it as soon as I joined the BOH. It's nice having like everybody says the brothers. I do feel like family when I call. When I jump into chat, it's nice having, especially with me. Like right now, when I get in a rut, I got the brothers to talk to and somebody. The BOH is somebody that you can reach out to and talk to, and there's always a shoulder to talk to. Plenty of
Right.
Right.
brothers are reaching out to me, and I gotta say I love that because I talk to you guys more than I own my own brother, and I know that probably sounds bad, but you know I
No, because we can relate
love
to
that
what you're
like
going through.
Right.
yeah. Well, he's a truck driver too.
Oh, well, maybe that's a little bad. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a truck driver too. He got in, followed in my footsteps.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Well, me and Grizz do
but I
thank
love
you
being
for
in
joining.
club.
Awesome. We love having you here, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah,
We do appreciate you joining. more than you know. I mean, I'm glad we can help out any way we possibly can to help you and Grayson, your family, or whatever, to spread the word as much as possible. And I'm glad you enjoy being part of BOH, because that's what I created the club for. It's for people like you and for people like Grizz and Clutch and Ghost and many other members you're going to meet as we get into these podcasts even more and more. You guys will start meeting all these people. This part of this club has helped build this club from zero to 60 plus members where we're at right now. We're in our open enrollment phase right now. I think we added right now we got about 18 hang around. So we have a phase we go through from hang around to prospect to brother. Right now we got about 18 people in our hang around phase, and hopefully we can brother in all those guys, and they'll go through a 4 to 6 week prospect phase. So it ain't like you just, hey, let me join BOH. No, there's a vetting process and there's a prospect phase you have to go through. We want to get to know you. We want you to get to know us before we bring you into our family. So we're not just adding random people into our family. So,
Right.
but we'll get into more of that at a later podcast. We'll talk about our prospect phase and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned. Again, Hillbilly, thank you for joining the podcast. We appreciate it. Again,
Thank
if
you
you
so much,
want
brother.
to, exactly, if you want to follow Grayson's page, go on Facebook, search for Truckers for Grayson. Please feel free to follow that page, and you'll find out more details and different things that little gentleman's been through, and as far as he's came in the last 4 years to get where he's at today. And thank God for Hillbilly, him being his grandfather, taking him on and doing what he needs to do. Again, love and respect. Hillbilly, thanks for being on the show, and we
Yep,
will
love and
sign you
respect.
out. Love and respect. Have a good one, sir. I appreciate you. Well, I don't know about you, Grizz. I mean, that was a pretty good podcast for me.
Yeah,
That
it
was our
definitely
second
was.
one. We're getting better. We're learning. Just got to get the sunlight out of people's face. But
Right. That's there for a second. I was like, "Oh crap!" Because I was like holding on to my laptop to block the sun.
right, it's all good though, man. I mean, we're learning. I mean, hopefully the viewers that are watching this, they'll tune in more and more. I know this is a little longer episode today. I think we're going, wow, 42 minutes. Woo,
Yeah.
didn't realize it was that much. So you got some work to do, sir. You got to go through and chop all this up and put it everywhere. I
Yes,
did my
sir.
part. So, but I don't know about you, but I'm about ready to sign off because I know we got some more stuff to do. You got to get rolling down the road. I don't. I'm at home today. You just can't tell because I got a green screen behind me because you don't need to see my refrigerator and all that stuff back there. So,
Right. No, I'm done for the night. So I'm gonna start working on breaking this up and doing what I got to do.
10-4. Well, I appreciate your help. Thanks to Clutch, Clutch, Hillbilly, and Ghost for joining the show. Like I said, our next episode, we're going to start introducing more people on our next episode, which will fall out. And we're going to try to introduce these at least once a week. That's where we're going to try to put them out. And then might do more. We're going to do more than just talking about club business and club life. We're going to try to make them a little more entertaining. But this is just introductions. And that's kind
Right.
of where we're at right now. So stay tuned. I don't know if you got any closing remarks you want to do for yourself. He's like,
Well,
nah.
just saying thank you to everybody for watching the podcast and sharing it out, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
10-4. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I forgot to say that part. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We are on iHeartRadio, Facebook, soon to come on TikTok, Instagram. Check us out everywhere. Facebook is BOH Family. YouTube is what? 2158
Rise of the
BOH. That's what it is. Something like that. I don't know. I set it up, but I can't remember. I got so much stuff in my head right now. We're everywhere.
So if you guys go to the YouTube, just search up to 2158 Rise of the Brotherhood, and it'll come up, and you can subscribe right there.
Awesome. Yeah, he's my marketing director, so maybe I should let him say all this stuff instead of me saying all this stuff. But hey, it is what it is. You know, I like to jump in. I like to talk a lot.
Right.
All right, guys. Love and respect. Thanks for watching. We're gonna go ahead
Love and
and
respect.
sign out. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you, man. You guys have a great night. Stay safe on those roads out there, gentlemen.